Hello, my name is Mercury, and welcome to this brand new episode of Media FA. Today I'm alone, and today I'll be going over the 40th Media Consumers. Yeah, wow. 40 Media Consumers is definitely a big number. When I know this is like the 50th Media Consumers, but it's definitely a big number. For this podcast and for the Media Consumer series as a whole. 40 episodes. It probably should have been more. It probably would be more if some of them weren't canceled. Previously, some have been canceled, as you can probably see by the fact that some things we discussed in trailers don't have any consumers about them, but which that's what they're supposed to be, but whatever, right? It probably should have been more, but yeah, 40 of these episodes talking about anything, really. I mean, it was anything. Now it's fucking just stuff. Now it's just different things, from different stuff, new announcements in the game space and everything. So yeah, I know it's not like a big it's a big milestone. It is a big milestone. I never thought that this series I would do 40 of them, or we would do 40 of them. But we have, and yeah. I will mention though that this one took a bit for me. Like I actually started watching them normally, like as I actually added them. So if I don't remember a lot of stuff, that's because it's been quite a bit since I've actually watched trailers, and I haven't bothered rewatching them because why would I? But yeah, as always, it's all part of the. It's all not courtesy, but I did take them all from IGN. Everything that was from. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. Everything from Sunday the 19th of May to Sunday the 26th of May. So yeah. And today's main discussion topic is, of course, the Acolyte. So we'll be talking about that a little bit. Anyways, let's just get straight into it with the shows. And this might not be a long Media Consumers. My document does make it look it is long, but in reality, it's not much to actually talk about. Surprisingly. But yeah, in shows we start off with a little surprising one. I've never talked about this kind of genre before. An audio drama. Like an actual real life, like an actual audio drama being promoted. That's you don't see that a lot. And this one's called A Better Paradise Volume 1 and Aftermath. Now, I did say that I do appreciate the fact that we are seeing an audio drama be promoted on IGN and being showcased. I don't think I'm a big fan, to be honest with you. Why is that? Well, this is about an AI, and yeah, AI is kind of the craze right nowadays, sort of seeing how, sort of, looking at the threat of AI and stuff. That's what today's day and age is all about, the threat of AI. But I mean, I just really don't care all that much about this, because it's it's an AI saying humans are stupid and they do stupid things like have sex. And it's about, and I guess the AI was supposed to be used for game design and kind of went all wrong because I thought humans are stupid. I don't know. To be honest, it's not that interesting to me. I do like the fact that IGN is putting the spotlight on audio drama or radio drama. It's not a thing that is usually. It's not a genre. It's not a genre. It's not a media. It's not a media format that we really see a lot these days. It used to be very popular back then in the like the mid 20th century, when radio started popping up, and you have to have radio, like a bunch of radio shows. But it's sort of fizzled out nowadays, and I do feel like it can have that an audio drama or radio drama does have an audience, can have an audience these days, especially with the fact that podcasts as a whole started to rise in the late 2010s and early 2020s. There's definitely been a boom in that industry, so sort of looking at it like sort of capitalizing on it, I think could work. But to be honest, I'm not really interested in this. I'm probably not gonna listen to it. It's just not very interesting. And I'm working on my own little audio drama / radio dramas. So hey, there's that going for me. But yeah, it's always cool to see this. But again, like I'm not the biggest fan of what this is about. But if you are and you want to look at it, A Better Paradise Volume 1 and Aftermath comes out June 10th, 2024. Next up is our main discussion topic, The Acolyte. So, The Acolyte, I think I talked about it a lot in our trailer discussion episode, now that they're called, about the Acolyte and kind of what I want from it, or kind of what I expect from it. And I feel like I kind of talked about it a lot. I didn't what do you call it? I didn't miss anything. I don't think I missed anything. I don't think there was anything I actually wanted to mention anymore from that. And to be honest, I really don't know. I just hope that the series is good. I hope that it doesn't I hope it doesn't mess up any of the timeline. I know it probably can't do that. The fact, it's just that thing is all about the Sith and all that. But the thing is, the Sith are in here, and the Sith aren't supposed to interact with the Jedi until Phantom Menace. But we don't know how this series ends, and yeah, I know I feel it has places to go, and I do think that it's, as a place here, it's gonna be interesting to see how they handle this era. We've never seen this era in live action. We haven't seen anything before Phantom Menace in live action, or in animation we had Young Jedi Adventures, but we're not covering Young Jedi Adventures, and that's not canon. So, yeah. Anyways, but in live action, we haven't seen that era, and it's very interesting. It's something that really confuses me about the High Republic and the Old Republic is that there's a lot of stuff in it. There's a lot of different warlords and militaries and all that. And it's very different, and it has a lot of, like I said, it has a lot of stuff and a lot of technology that we don't see anymore during the era that we have here. So it's gonna feel a bit weird. It's almost like, to me, it almost feels like the New Republic, not the New Republic, the High Republic it feels like the sort of like the Republic, the actual Republic, and the other like the Clone Wars era stuff, and the Empire and the Empire, and Reign of the Empire, and then the New Republic. Like it's all a downgrade from what happened in the Old Republic and High Republic. So I don't know, like it's very weird. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. The Acolyte is releasing on June 4th, and I can't wait to see how it goes. Okay, so moving on, the next theme is movies. So we're actually gonna start off strong and talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. So we will be definitely talking about this in its own media consumers and its own trailer episode, which should come out hopefully soon. But yeah, we'll be talking about this a lot. We'll be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine a lot. But let's talk about it here for the first time. Here on this media consumers, I and many other people are very excited for this movie. It is the only MCU movie to come out this year, not the only MCU product to come out this year. The last one was Echo, which, well, yes, it was quite a long time ago. It was quite a long time ago, and we haven't reviewed it yet, but we will get to it hopefully soon. There is a cable on one of my chair wheels, and it's like directly on the wheel. Like it's, if I move it a certain way, it won't move any other way, and I took it already. But yeah, to Echo left a lot to be desired with, but I think that Loki's into look at fucking me. But I think Deadpool and Wolverine can definitely up the ante, and it won't be the only MCU project we'll be seeing this year, as the new series Agatha All Along is coming out in September. So we won't be seeing a lot of MCU this year, actually. Not counting the ones we're catching up on. Reality, only 3 MCU stuff here. We might actually get to catch up, which sounds insane. But yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine is coming out very soon. I'm not done talking about it. I said like it was. I just realized. But yeah, I was gonna say it's coming out the tail end of July. It's one of the last like summer blockbuster movies. August isn't a very I guess big month. Like it's still summer, and so is September, but it's not a really big month for movies, especially. So yeah. Fuck it. I'm really excited for Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm trying not to talk about it too much, mainly because it is going to be talked about. Like we are going to talk about it super soon. So yeah, like we aren't gonna skip on this movie. I'm trying to like let our thoughts for it actually come about in the actual episode that we are going to do on it. So yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine is coming out July 26th, and you can't do anything with it. You can watch the trailers if you want, I guess. Next up is Beetlejuice, the sequel to Beetlejuice. That should be fucking obvious. It's a very obvious title. The title that they probably they probably should have used. It was it's just gonna be called Beetlejuice 2, and well, Beetlejuice is a much better title. But I haven't watched the original. I know fucking sue me. So I don't have a lot of opinions on this, but it's sort of going off in the wave that, like, I guess, like, nowadays movies are just kind of sequels to everything. And yeah, no, I mean, they can definitely do a lot of stuff with a Beetlejuice sequel. It's something that they can. It's something that they can work with. It's not like it's a dead in the water project. It's something that they can actually, do stuff with. And I don't know. I don't know if a Beetlejuice sequel is really. I don't know how long this has been in development. It's not like something that would have been in development for a long time. Uh, so yeah, maybe it's like a leftover script or something from somewhere. I don't know, but I feel like they can definitely go places with this movie. It's definitely not like a dead in the water situation. It can go places. I feel like this movie can definitely go somewhere. And yeah, no, I'm not probably not gonna watch it. I still have not watched the original. I think I should watch the original, but I feel like this movie could be good, especially since it's the original director coming back for it. It's got Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, reprising his role, and yeah, no, I feel like it. I don't know if it captures. I can't really comment on if it captures anything, or if it's as good as the original, or it looks as good as the original, because I haven't watched the original. I can't say that. But yeah, I do think it's kind of stupid that the kid is just like, oh yeah, well, fucking watch me. I'm gonna say Beetlejuice's name 3 times. Yeah, just speaking about that, Beetlejuice 3 should be called Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Just continue the thing at this point. Or maybe do a pun or something with the fact that it's Beetlejuice thrice, or I don't know. Anything. But yeah, Beetlejuice is coming out September 4th, 2024. Next up is Frank Miller, American Genius. Now, a bit. I don't know if I would proclaim him American genius, but he's definitely a comic genius. Uh, Frank Miller is one of those people that really inspired Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that? That really inspired comics in general. Like, it's somebody, fucking hell. He's somebody that really, like, shaped the way for modern comic books, in a sense that, like, he's made characters, he's made storylines that still, like, are being used and have inspired movies and TV shows and all that. He has directed his movies and shit. Like, it's like, he's done good stuff here. So like, I can respect them. You know, I feel like it's we don't really talk about documentaries anymore. Like really like not that much. But what I have to say is that so what I have to say is that mostly like it's cool that we're seeing this person, like this like important person, this very in this specific thing. I think that probably comic book movies wouldn't be here if it weren't for him. Like we wouldn't getting what we got here. And so yes, seeing him being celebrated is very cool. So yeah, but the only bad thing about this docu-movie I can see is that it's only gonna be in theaters for one night, for one day, June 10th. This is stupid. Why the fuck? It's gonna be in select theaters, so it's international, like I guess national thing, you know, seeing Frank Miller's stuff, but like it's a fucking documentary movie about Frank. Like I said, oh, he's important, but like he's not the fucking president of the United States. He's not that important. He's not like a documentary about the killing of John F. Kennedy. Okay, not to like disrespect him, like I said, or anything. It's just that he's important. Like he's important in the comic space, but he's not important enough to have a documentary, the one documentary on him, be shown for only one day. To be honest with you, I don't think many people will show up nationwide to watch this. That's just how it goes. It's not. It's not. It's just kind of not what people usually go to see for like big events. I'm sorry, but yeah, it might go to streaming almost immediately after that. But if it doesn't, then that's kind of a problem, because it's kind of weird. And if it's because of budget constraints, then why the fuck? Why go to the effort of going to theaters? You can only afford one day. At that point, it's like, well, that's not really. That's not really worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I know if I was a person, oh yeah, you only get one day of showings in theaters. I'm not going. Fuck. Well, I have to. You know, like people are gonna clamor to see this. It's like, well, fuck it, put it in streaming. Like it's not that I don't know. I would maybe an extended release. I don't know. It's just something longer than a day and one night. So you'll see this. I mean, yeah, just saying. But yeah, it's coming out June 10th. Next up on our final movie is Descendants: The Rise of Red. Well, I'm not the target demographics for this movie. Descendants is something I've kind of known about for quite a bit. It's the movie franchise that deals with the descendants of popular fairy tale characters. Now, so why? Just I don't get it. it's like Rise of Red, the new sequel. Like it's about it's sort of it's a travel back in time story, and you see the Red Queen, or whatever the fuck her name is, from the Queen of Hearts. Isn't she also called the Red Queen? Am I being stupid? Oh, they're different characters. So the Red Queen is from Through the Looking Glass, which is the sequel to Alice in Wonderland. Got it. Alice Adventures in Wonderland. Which it seems that they made the fucking confusion here because it read like, unless this is the Red Queen, unless like the fucking the daughters of the Red Queen, makes no sense. I'm guessing that they're not even like related. It doesn't say anything about it. But yeah, I don't know. Just it's a stupid time travel plot. Apparently, the Queen of Hearts isn't bad, and then you have to keep her bad or whatever the fuck. I don't fucking know. I really don't care. Like, I don't care. It's not funny. It tries to be funny. It's not. It's. I don't like it. It's fucking. I don't like it. I actually don't like it. Like, it's stupid. Yeah, it's coming out July 12th, 2024. If you really want to watch Descendants, The Rise of Red. Fuck. So now we're moving on to gaming, which to most people would look like a long ass thing, but in reality, it kind of is. But it'll be over in 5 seconds. To be honest with you, this is one of the shortest gaming ones I've seen in quite a bit. I will say it's not that long. It's really not that long. Sad. It's not sadly, but it's. I might be here a while, to be honest, but I don't know. I'll get to it. So we're starting off with Black Myth Wukong, and this game looks very interesting. I do like its gameplay. Wukong is a character that sure is technically popular because Goku and Son Goku, because it's Son Wukong, is a very Son Goku is an adaptation of Son Wukong or Wukong. But Wukong himself is not as popular as Goku. But I think a lot of people do know that Wukong is is the inspiration for Goku. I just think that it's not like I just think that Wukong isn't as well known as Goku is, or like, yeah. So. I mean, it's like a Dark Souls style game for Wukong, based on the myth, and sure, the Sun Wukong myth isn't. I guess it's not. It's Journey to the East. I think that's what it is. Journey to the East. Yeah, or I don't know if it's Journey to the West or Journey to the East. I have no idea. Let me look it up. I have the power to look shit up, so I will. Journey to the Journey to the West. It's Journey to the West, not East. Yeah, Journey to the West. I think I'm stupid. This is not. Oh no, here it is. Sun Wukong. Yep. Yeah, it's yeah, I do like what I do like the fucking hell the I do like what they're going here with. I was gonna say that Journey to the West is not that I don't think it's that dark of a story. Fucking hell. But here, and I guess what they're a new series called Black Myth. I'm guessing that they're gonna have a much more darker tone for this, and that's what they're going for. And they're gonna tell these stories in a darker tone than they were originally told, or show how it was truly told. Because I actually think that's kind of cool. We don't usually fairy tales are actually kind of dark. They're original things. Most people think fairy tales are like made for kids, but in reality, they were made as cautionary tales. And I mean, sure, like a cautionary tale can be made for kids, but these definitely weren't, or definitely made for kids of other eras that could stomach other different things than what we are used to. So yeah, definitely not usual, but yeah, no, I do like what they're going here with Black Myth Wukong, and you know, it's cool. It's coming out August 20th, 2024. Next up is The Precinct. Now, The Precinct is a very interesting plot, I guess gameplay loop, to be more precise. It's you're a cop and you're trying to write a correct city that you're trying to correct a corrupt city. What the fuck did I say there? And you have to kind of keep it up, and yeah, I kind of hope it's a lot deeper than just like criminals and stuff. Maybe there's people in the force that are corrupt and you have to bring them down, you know, and stuff like that. Just make it a little deeper. But I feel like the game can be cool. I feel like the game can go places and be cool and be very entertaining. So I think The Precinct has a lot of stuff to go on. It's got a lot of mechanics that they can definitely work with and improve, and you know, and also like by themselves can make a pretty cool game. So I feel like The Precinct has like good stuff like to go over here. But yeah, The Precinct is coming out in 2024. Next up is V Rising. Now, V Rising is a game that I've been kind of off and on about. Either dissing it or I'm like, yeah, I actually do like it. So I guess this is gonna be my final verdict for quite a while on V Rising, since it's now coming out on PS5. It already came out on PC, but I don't have a strong enough PC for that. So, what is my verdict on V Rising? I think it's a very cool concept. I do like it, and yeah, that's about it. I've talked a lot about V Rising, and never given my solid opinion. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool thing. Usually, I guess during vampire games, you're the one slaying vampires, but here you're doing kind of the opposite. You're the vampire who slays people. So yeah, it sure, like, there's some games already did that, like Vampire the Masquerade and probably Vampire. I think that's how you spell it. But yeah, no, like it stopped down to like an RPG and all that, and it has like a Castlevania one, which is it's kind of fun to see. Like, you're not fighting Dracula from Castlevania, you're fighting you have to fight Simon Belmont. That's kind of cool. But yeah, it's now coming to PS5, so everyone who wants to play it, they can go play it on PS5. It's coming out June 11th, 2024. You can pre-order it now. Next up is Permafrost. So, this game is a survival game in the snow, and that's about it. It doesn't have... Okay, my main problem with this thing, with this is that it's just surviving in a cold environment. It doesn't have survival games. Well, sure, there's some survival games that can definitely get away with having a normal seat, like something normal to them. Like, example, The Forest. The Forest is rather normal. Until you get to the monsters, that's what I'm saying. I think the normalcy to it. Nobody wants to simulate surviving in the woods, and not like it's just surviving in the woods, because I mean, there's nothing there to really put anything interesting. It's just not interesting. Fuck. It's just kind of not interesting to survive in the wild where there's nothing there. It's a game, and you shouldn't, like, there's nothing in the trailer of Permafrost that really... I just closed Discord tab. Fuck me. There's nothing that really, you know, like, challenges people, I guess. Like, there's nothing that actually, like, things like, that makes people think, okay, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, when in this game where they encounter their eventual, like, probably a bear or anything, just something in cold weather. It's like, oh well, it's a fucking bear, I'll shoot it or kill it or whatever. And nothing like a big monster. We're like, oh, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? You know, like, there's nothing here that there couldn't be in real life, and that's kind of the allure of survival games, that you're supposed to sort of, you know, it's either set in an era where you have very limited resources and you have to like really work for stuff, or it's set in a fiction world, in a science fiction world, where, or like fantasy world, where there's monsters that you don't understand and you have to prepare yourself for. permafrost is none of that. It's just in the snow because it's in the snow. There's no like a Yeti or anything. It's just in the snow. Permafrost. And permafrost doesn't even mean permanent frost. It doesn't mean permanent snow. It just means like a layer of snow. So what the fuck? Anyways, yeah. Permafrost does not release it yet. Next up, we have a game I'll definitely have to talk about. Macabre. Now, Macabre is sort of like Redfall, where you are a group of people and you have to fight against a monster. It's just one monster this time, not more than one. It's just one monster. Now, what the fuck, right? Like it's okay. So, it's just one monster. I'm guessing you have to fight other monsters because that would be too difficult otherwise. But you're going to different dimensions, and yeah. But thing is, Redfall wasn't a good game by any means, and while it maybe have a good concept or a good building block for a game, it's not a game that I think a lot of companies would want to would want to emulate. But that's the thing. I don't think a lot of companies would like to emulate Macabre in any sense of the word. Fucking look at me. Want to emulate Redfall in any sense of the word because like it was a failure and it closed the studio that made it. Like, and Redfall is not a thing. It was made by Arcane Austin, and Arcane Austin closed. When? I think Arcane Leon, how the fuck you spell this one, is still in operation. I'm guessing that that's a thing, like the Arcane, it's like Leon is specifically the one that still remains, and Arcane Austin isn't. But yeah, after their failure, I don't think people like to emulate a Redfall style game. We wouldn't want to make one because I don't think people are gonna like it, and I don't think a lot of people are liking Macabre. Sure, it's scary, but I mean, who doesn't matter if it's going to be just the same? Maybe it's good. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know. But yeah, Macabre has an interesting premise, but I feel like it can definitely fall flat. They do fall in the steps of Redfall. But yeah, Macabre also doesn't have a release date. Next up is Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Now, Elden Ring is a game that has been out for quite a while, and it's gotten a very good, very big cultural following, and I haven't played it yet. I'm not a big fan of okay, maybe not a big, maybe that's not a good way to put it. I'm not good at Soulsborne games, which is why I don't play them. Yeah. So I'm not good at them. I haven't tried to adapt. Maybe I should. Maybe I should go on ahead and grab a Soulsborne game and play it. You know what? Maybe I should. Maybe it's just because I've been using builds I don't like, and maybe it's because there's certain things I've been doing that are wrong and I shouldn't have been doing. Maybe. But I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Elden Ring, it's cool. We're getting a DLC for Elden Ring. It's still quite a ways to go. Sure, it's 17 days, but like that's still quite a bit. Um. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. I guess. A lot of lore stuff gonna drop in here. I know that Elden Ring is a big lore game. A lot of the Dark Souls games are. So yeah, I mean, cool stuff. I don't know what to say. They didn't show any gameplay, but we kind of all know what Soulsborne gameplay is like, right? So yeah. Anyways, Elden Ring Shadow of the Year 3 DLC is coming out June 21st, 2024, and you can pre-order it now. Next up is Kingdom Hearts on PC. Now, it's all the Kingdom Hearts games, so get ready for like a lot of money because it's Square Enix and Disney, and I know them both like money. But it's all coming to PC, and that's kind of cool. It's something that I didn't know wasn't there. I didn't know that there was no there was nothing there was nothing of Kingdom Hearts in the but there was nothing of Kingdom Hearts in on PC. I thought they were kind of all there. Also, because I saw like all the Kingdom Hearts games are coming to PC, I was like, hey, what the fuck happened to good old Kingdom Hearts 4? And it has been like 2 years since they announced that game, and there still hasn't been a single piece of news. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. It was revealed in April 2022, and yeah, there's nothing been much, but yeah, it's cool that we're getting that people are getting all the Kingdom Hearts games on PC. It's something that that's cool, and you know, maybe it should have happened earlier. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts on PC. All the games are coming out June 13th. Next up is Delta Force Hawk Ops, which I'm not gonna talk about a lot. It's the same fucking video I did last time. There's nothing. It looks like there's like a fucking Call of Duty clone still. So yeah, I don't know. I don't care. Short ass fucking thing. I really don't care. Okay. Oh, this is the bot. Okay. But yeah, no, there's nothing here. So let's move on to actually something we haven't done in quite a while for gaming. A presentation. There's two this time around. So yeah, first up, the Tiny Build Connect 2024. And yeah. So we're gonna go over the announcement and I'm gonna talk about which ones I like the most. That's really about it. So Sand is the first announcement, and it has its beta coming out in summer of this year. Drill Core has its play test available now. Level 0 Extraction is coming in 2024. Void has a demo available now. The King is Launching is coming this year and a demo available now too. Streets of Rogue 2 has stuff happening in Summer Game Fest. Ramen is coming out on July 23rd. Not for Broadcast, the Time Loop DLC is coming out summer 2024. Train Valley World is coming out on August 8th, 2024. Astra Build the Monolith is available now. Punch Club Iron Fist DLC is coming out on September 2024. Darkside has its beta coming June 6th. I Am Future, it has its solar energy content update available now. And Kingmakers is coming out in 2024. So Void, I think, is the one that carries the most interest for me. I like what I'm seeing with Void. It's very interesting. I like the combat. And yeah, I like the world. I like how the world looks. It's all very cool, very interesting. Ramen looks crazy, but yeah. And I Am Future is also very interesting. I do like what what I saw with that, surprisingly. But I've kind of mentioned sometimes that I do like games like this, so not that much of a real I guess surprise. So yeah, moving on to other stuff. Crime Boss Rock City Cagnali's Order DLC. Now, I thought that Crime Boss Rock City was dead. Now, I will give it this, the graphics are very good, but I wouldn't trust the developers because they were the ones that delivered Crime Boss Rock City. So, yeah, yeah, I don't think there's a lot of hope for this game. I don't think there's a lot of hope for the DLC in general. I think a lot of people stopped playing Crime Boss Rock City when they realized how bad it all looked. So yeah, there's not a lot of hope, and I'm not gonna play this because I'm not fucking buying Crime Boss Rock City. So yeah, but the DLC, if they say that the game apparently got better over time, Crime Boss Rock City is coming out June 18th, 2024. Next up is the first Descendant. Now, this game is very confusing. The plot is very confusing. So you see, there's no actual gameplay to talk about because they couldn't. So because I was unlucky enough to be left with the story. Now the story has a lot of moving components. So it has the Descendants, which are things that exist, like they're the main part, that they're the things that you are the first Descendant. Wow. But then there's like a different an alien race from a different dimension that wants to conquer our dimension. But then there's an AI that it's like the thing like that drives the plot forward. But then the AI has different like ulterior motives. So you're like not like it's like three different things happening in the same fucking time, and I don't get it. Why would you like overcomplicate your plot like this when you have multiple things going on in your plot? You want to simple it. You can have a complex plot, but you shouldn't have a convoluted plot. So yeah, like you can have multiple moving pieces in a plot, but you can't have them be so separate. they have to be the same. They have to be essentially. They have to work together. They can't be like this. They don't. It's too much. It's too much. So yeah, the first Descendants does not have a release date. Next up is Honeycomb: The World Beyond. Now I think they didn't show gameplay of this, but it's got an interesting enough plot. Like it's this like a sibling who promised. I think it's a sister who promised her brother or whatever the fuck that she's going to find a planet that's actually habitable, and I'm guessing the game is about growing that planet. It's an interesting plot, but again, we need gameplay. We need gameplay for your games, which I'm gonna get into later. Yeah, Honeycomb: The World Beyond is coming out 2024. Next up is The Signal. Now, The Signal also doesn't have any gameplay, but it has the saving grace of having its playtest available now, so there's that. So you can, sure, they're not gonna show what the game is about, and try to leave you with more questions when you look at the trailer when it's a guy on a motorcycle running to a kingdom of something, and it's like an alien guy. I don't fucking know. It's like a astronaut guy, whatever, right? I don't know. But yeah, no, it's kind of weird, and I don't know what to feel about it. So yeah, no, hey, it's another game with no gameplay. Yeah, but yeah, it's The Signal. Like I said, it's playtest available now. Next up is Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Now, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 does not have any gameplay. I'm not gonna talk about it much more, and I will only be talking about it, the title, and my thoughts on Call of Duty. I've been talking about Call of Duty quite a bit on the podcast. I will say Call of Duty has been a part of the podcast for quite a while now. So, what are my thoughts on Call of Duty in general? And I feel like it's a fun game. It's your usual shooter game. But aside from that, it's not really that much. Sure, it has zombies and all that, but yeah, no, it's enough. But yeah, now we're seeing Call of Duty 6 come out, and they're still going with this tiring yearly format where we've had I can count it with precision how the games we've had. So 2019 was, I'm pretty sure, was Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I can just check. No, it wasn't. It was I think it was Modern Warfare. Black Ops 4 was 2018. Also, it's apparently the fifth Black Ops game. But Black Ops 4 is the fifth Black Ops game. Oh, because the Black Ops story is World of War, which was the film is one of the main series, but it's not really called that. It's called Black Ops, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, Cold War, and then Black Ops 6. But yeah, no, it was from this stuff. It's Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was 2018, Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops Cold War. I don't know why they don't just call it what it is. Modern Warfare isn't Modern Warfare, it's Modern Warfare 4. And Call of Duty is Call of Duty, and Modern Warfare 2 isn't Modern Warfare 2, it's Modern Warfare 5. And Modern Warfare 3 isn't Modern Warfare 3, it's Modern Warfare 6. It's not hard. Just name it what it is. It's not even. Is it? Is it a retelling? Is it a reboot? It's a reboot. Why? Why would you reboot? Why? You just reboot it with like Roman numerals? Why? Anyways, yeah, no, that's really about it. I don't much to say. I don't really care about Call of Duty. I really don't care about Call of Duty a lot much, to be honest with you. You know. Next up, we have our second and final presentation to talk about Warhammer Skull Showcase. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about here. It sort of comprises most of the actual list here. So we're just gonna go over and I'll like for a tiny build. I'll just go over here. So I'm gonna say Warhammer. There's a lot of Warhammer 40k, so I'm just not gonna pronounce that, and I'm just gonna go and just insert their subtitles so I don't say Warhammer, so you don't get tired of me saying Warhammer 40k. And I will specify when to say it. So Space Marine 2 is coming September 9th, 2024. You can pre-order that now. Space Marine VR, Defenders of Avarax, is coming out in October. Speed Freaks is coming out in summer, which with a beta available now. Tacticus is available now. The character of, or I guess I don't know what you call it, in a game like Total War, but like the character of Karanak is coming to Total War Warhammer 3. Rogue Trader is gonna get a DLC called Void Shadow, which is coming in August 8th. Battletech is getting some cool updates. Gladius Relics of War Demolition Pack is available now. There's gonna be a crossover between Call of Duty and Warhammer, which is available now. Some new Warhammer combat cards are available now. Bolt Gun is getting a DLC called Forges of Corruption, which is coming out in June of 18th. Vermintide 2 got some updates. Dark Tide Seekers of the Machine God DLC is coming out on June 25th. There's a lot of Dark Tide stuff here, so Dark Tide the miniatures game is coming out soon, and then Dark Tide the card game, which is coming out in summer. Blood Bowl 3 Season 5 is coming on June 11th, 2024. Jesus Christ. Inquisition is getting some updates. There's gonna be a crossover with World and Tanks. Warhammer: The Horus Legacy Legions, the Inferno expansion is available now. Warforged, the card game Adepta Sortis card is also available now. Talisman Digital 5th Edition is coming out this year. There's gonna be a gaming chair, I guess a crossover between Secret Lab and Warhammer 40k to make their own custom gaming chair, which is available now. And the last game is Mechanicus 2, which is not a release date yet. Space Marine 2 looks kind of cool. Not kind of cool. It looks very cool, and I do want to play, but I don't know how expensive it is, and I feel like it will be very expensive. It looks very AAA-esque. Bolt Gun looks cool as always. I'm always a sucker for boomer shooters. And all I gotta say is that there's a lot of card games here, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't like card games. So yeah, that's all I gotta say for Warhammer Skulls. Next up is Aska. Now Aska is very interesting. It's set in I guess Norse mythological era, and it's all very cool. And I do like this, and it's not just a survival game where you're just surviving in the snow. You're surviving against enemies that are, fantastical in nature, and that's very cool. And especially based on mythology and all that. And Norse mythology is very cool. I like that we're not seeing like gigantic serpents. People are having trouble with Draugr, and that's kind of cool. I feel like that makes sense. But yeah, it's very cool. I like the villager system they have here, where they're sort of like you have to keep up with people, and people have to keep up with you and all that. Cool. Yeah, Asuka is going to early access on June 20th. Next up is Steel Effigy. Now, Steel Effigy looks cool. Like I like the combat. The graphics could use some work, but that's honestly kind of fine with the combat how it's looking. So yeah, it wasn't very long, but I mean, there's nothing much to say. It was just like a trailer for a minute. But yeah, I do like the combat. It's very explosive. It reminds me a lot of Dynasty Warriors. So I mean, yeah, a lot of people don't like. It's always this memory is always burned in my mind. Our second ever episode. Yes, we have done almost 300 of these, and the second episode is burned into my brain. When Yessie and Pee-wee said that they don't like Dynasty Warriors because it's like 20 guys flying all over the screen. Dynasty Warriors is cool. Pee-wee and Yessie, if you're listening to this, which I know you're not because you're not part of the podcast anymore, you're wrong. You're wrong. It is cool to see 20 guys flying in the air. It is cool. But yeah. Asuka, yeah, if I can say it. Steel Effigy does not release date. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game. It reminds me a lot of the Friday the 13th game, and I asked that sort of vibe to it. There's not a lot of gameplay that actually showed it, but I do remember it. There's a lot of the map, that's very cool. Yeah, I talked about it more in depth in an earlier episode, in an earlier Me Consumer, so if you want to look at that, I don't remember which one it was, but I think it was definitely one of the last games, so yeah, there's that. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game, is coming out June 4th. And our final announcement for the day is Sanctua. Now, this was the one I was getting to. Now, Sanctua is one of these indie games. I think it's done right. It's the reveal trailer, and they have to show their game because they know that if they don't show their game, nobody's gonna be interested in it. And you know, it's very cool. It's like you're searching through a tomb, and it's like Among Us, but not really, because you kind of know who it is already. Like one of your friends. Like I guess you don't know, but it's not like a hide. It's like, well, you don't have to hide. I mean, you do have to hide, but it's not like you have to hide who you are. You know, you don't have to cover your tracks. It's more like, yeah, I guess I guess you could say it's a top-down version of the Friday the 13th game. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I feel, you know, it's cool. It's a very cool thing. You know, this is how you do these trailers right. Sanctua is a very cool trailer. It showed us the game. It shows the gameplay. It shows how the game was gonna feel like, and you know, it did its work, and I do commend them for that. But I'm not really interested in the game. It's just kind of not for me. But I do commend them on the fact that they did show their game. But yeah, Sanctua is coming out in the second quarter of 2025, which that does give them quite a bit of time. We are still in the second quarter of this year, so it has given them. We're kind of on the last, last few months of it, but you know, we're in the latter half of it. But we are definitely, we're still in the second quarter, so it's not like they have a year to polish it up. And I do think that this game needs a lot of polish. But I feel like when it gets it, it will become a good game, like a great game. I do see the potential in Sanctua. So yeah, that's all about it. My favorite things to talk about from each one is the Acolyte, I guess, from shows. Movies, Deadpool and Wolverine, and Beetlejuice, I guess. I don't know. Gaming, I did like talking about Black Myth Wukong. I enjoyed talking about nothing else, just Black Myth Wukong, I guess, and V Rising, I guess I finally talked about it, and the Precinct, I guess. So yeah, that's about it. What did you guys think about any of these things? And also, I did like talking about the Tiny Build Connect. What did you guys think about any of these things that I mentioned here? Leave in the comments below. You can find our socials on our channel page on the D8 Entertainment YouTube channel. For me, Mercury, it's at MercurySC on YouTube, Wattpad3 and Pan15.net, at MercurySCheese on Twitter, and MercuryCcheese on Twitch. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.